What were the real highlights from the discussion?
Oh, well, one had to do with cybersecurity and the concerns regarding protecting the different assets in the Caribbean and protecting the persons who actually come here and use technology for specific reasons. So cybersecurity was a challenge that we had. Another one was the concern of the digital divide between and among persons in the tourism space. It was recognized that the larger and perhaps in some instances the medium-sized tourism businesses have access to the technology and can afford to use the technology and can outsource technological solutions. But the micro and small are challenged with regard to having access. Even the awareness is a challenge in that regard. So that was one of the primary ones. So we had cybersecurity and also the digital divide. There were some discussions surrounding infrastructure, again linked to the digital divide with the larger hotels having access to the infrastructure needed for them to be able to transform themselves into better organizations to generate income and also for marketing and promotional services. And a challenge or problem that the micro and the small in particular would have where that is concerned, which suggests a kind of inequality in the space itself, one in which we're trying to address.
So you wear multiple hats. You obviously have the ministerial, you have the academic, you have the kind of Jamaica, and obviously you have a regional hat. So give us kind of that.
And the technology one as well.
And technology. I mean,
yes.
Add a few more hats.
Yes.
So give us kind of your reflections, particularly I think from a regional perspective.
Yes. In terms of tourism and technology. So one of the main problems has to do with the Caribbean. So when it comes to some technologies, we're ahead. Infrastructure-wise, access to certain types of mobile phones, social media. And we're there, where the first world is and where other countries are. But in terms of the more sophisticated types of technologies, artificial intelligence, Internet of Things, mixed reality, virtual reality, robotics, we're getting there. And it can be challenging if and when these technologies are used as a means for competition, where some of our competitors elsewhere can use, for example in Japan, the use of robotics and AI in the hotels, and we're nowhere near that. There are a number of programs and projects across the Caribbean and courses and universities that are experimenting with that, but we're not there. And that's my primary concern, that we have to be competing with entities and companies that are way advanced where certain types of technologies are concerned, and we are not in that space. We are more users of technologies and not those persons who create the technologies themselves.
And how are we going to overcome that?
Training and capacity building, political will, awareness, and networks. Those are the four main things that are needed right now for us to be able to leverage the playing field.
And where do you think Jamaica is on that? Is it leading the way?
Jamaica is leading the way, largely as a result of our networks that we have, our proximity to, for example, the United States, the diaspora that exists, our partnerships with many different international organizations and international businesses. And to be quite frank, I really can't respond in the context of Jamaica against other Caribbean countries, but certainly where Jamaica is concerned, we are way ahead where many things are concerned, many technological advancement, but again, the challenge is we are mostly users of the technologies and not those who develop or even augment the technologies for particular uses. And you can understand because these technologies were developed in first world countries, in large tech companies, and we can only use them, and based on the terms of the license that we have, it's difficult that we get access to. It's difficult for us to be able to make some changes.
Lloyd, thank you for your time today.
Welcome.